What's good, y'all? It's been a little minute, but I wanted to come over here and make a little brief video. It's kind of been a long day for me. I probably look a little tired right now, but I thought it was important for me to come over here and talk about some of the things, or at least one of the things that I've been, considering and thinking about lately. And I think it's just important to note, in our day-to-day lives and the experiences that we have and people that we interact with, and just giving ourselves to the world. I'm gonna just get right into it. Make this very short, but like very, close to the heart type of conversation. I think it's just important in life just to always be the person that you want to see in other people. That sounds like a cliche, I know, but it's very, easy sometimes to get away from that. And I think that's why it's important that I just serve as a reminder, serve as somebody who can just shed light on that issue, because, I feel like that comes with just being true to yourself and who you are as a person. And I feel like, if you have enough self-respect and even self-awareness, you will be able to either continue down the path of just being a good person or just being a light in the world and a light to others. And then, obviously if you are struggling with that, you'll understand that there's ways to improve and ways to just go the extra mile to just be somebody who you would even want to interact with on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that's very important and very something that people like kind of, maybe just in life gloss over or don't even really take into consideration. But I think it's important to just note. I think it's important to just always be the biggest, the best light that you can, and the light that people will carry with them when you're not around as well. Because you never know how you're impacting someone. You never know how you're changing or enlightening someone's day. You never know how, you can even affect someone's day negatively based off of things you say, based off of how you may have interacted with them, off the, maybe they had a bad day and you just made it worse somehow, some way, and you don't even realize it, But obviously there's things that we can control and there's other things that we can't, but I think we always can control our actions and our mentalities when it comes to ourselves and others. So that's something I wanted to talk about. I think that's just an important piece that I've been thinking about lately, and just, to me personally, I think I've been also just understanding that no, you can't control how others perceive you, and you can't control the opinions that people have. And that's something that growing up I feel like has become way more clear to me, because I feel like there's ways when you grow up, there's certain ways where you can become somewhat of a people pleaser. Over time, like, you got to understand that there's no way for you to please everybody. And like, again, that sounds like something people say all the time, but when you genuinely internalize that and understand that the only thing, when you know who you are and what grounds you to you don't need to worry about that. Honestly, you just worry about what you can do to just be the best version of yourself every day. And I feel like that's something I try to carry with me each and every day, and try to improve on and just keep going forward with, because at the end of the day, like, that only makes me stronger and makes me stronger for others. So it makes me a better and more vivid light for others. So, and I feel like, the biggest thing we have is our influence. When it comes to just other people, like maybe we have siblings, maybe you just have people that you consider, your friends and consider significant parts of your life. And I just always feel like, it's always what you want to do is push people in the positive and the best direction possible, and you want to do that for yourself as well. And so obviously it starts with yourself, because at the end of the day, the way you see yourself is also reflected upon others. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's just important to just know that you have a bigger impact in the world than you think, and you have a bigger impact on the people that you see and interact with on a day-to-day basis than you may have ever realized. So, and I think it's just important to just note that and just talk about that briefly, because it's something that when you leave the earth, you just want people to look at back and be like, that was a good person, that was a very positive person, someone who changed my life for the better. Or you just want to be able to, not that you don't have to please everyone, but you want to be able to be the person that people can speak highly of, and be the person that, people can look back on and appreciate the fact that they either met you, maybe they even needed a conversation from you, or maybe they just, it did something good for them. So I feel like that's just all I'm trying to say, is just, do things for the betterment of not only yourself, but for others and just the world in general, because at the end of the day, it only makes the world and all these things a better place. We see all these conflicts going on in the world. We see all this, turmoil and struck. You know, I don't even want to get into it. We see all these things going on in the world, and I feel like it just starts with one of us. We just, you know, at the end of the day, just be as positive as you can and try to take that with you in your day and throughout your time. So, and I feel like that's just all I kind of wanted to come on here and address and talk about. It's just something that I can talk about for forever probably, but you know, I don't need to make it a long conversation. But I just wanted to remind you all that you are bigger than what you seem. You know, you do have more impact on others than you think, and you do have a significant place in the world, and you should value that and understand that, you know, that cannot be taken away from you. You're the only person who can take that away from yourself. So I just want y'all to know that y'all are special, and I appreciate you all, everybody who supports me, and even people who, you know, who don't. So, but it's all love from my end always, and I just wanted to come in here and talk about that briefly. But I have some other videos coming out. Hopefully, you know, I can continue down this path of just conveying what's on my mind and just talk and just being able to walk through it with you all. So, but yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Thank you for you sat here and listened to this whole video. I'm gonna be back for sure. Hope everybody good, and I appreciate y'all. Take care. We out.